As we're in third attempts here trying to crown a world champion, Nina Kennedy, third attempt.
She had plenty of height on the last one, just came down on it. She brought the bar in as Katie Moon watches on.
Clearance!
We said you can't afford imperfection, and that was perfect. 4 meters 90, 16 feet and 3/4. Another Aussie national record. Katie is down to her last attempt. She's just been relegated to second. If she can clear this, we go up another bar. We continue to see the pinnacle, the absolute flawless pole vaulting that we've seen tonight. If she misses, she's down to the silver.
And Katie being very aggressive, she taps the inside of one of her track spikes in honor of her late father as she prepares to try to match Kennedy here. The difference here is Kennedy had never previously cleared that height. Moon has, so she perhaps has that confidence coming down this fast runway to try to match Kennedy and keep this thing going.
Here we go. 2 women over 4 meters 90, jump for jump, toe to toe, woman to woman. That cheeky grin from the champion right there. No one will relent. No one is giving up.
So they'll move up the bar to 4 meters 95, 16.2 3/4 as Moon goes over to chat with her coach, the former world champion Brad Walker, as Kennedy goes to her coach. So a little strategy here as they assess what's next. But as you said it, Trey, Kennedy's been clearing this height with that bar underneath her, and now you just got to see how much she's got left in the tank.
At this point, like I said, you're trying to figure out what you need to do, and we'll know more here in a little bit, Lee.
As Rai Benjamin, part of Team USA, cheering Katie Moon on, and Dos Santos goes, yeah, that's pretty impressive. Fabiana Muir was pretty good in her day, a former Olympic champion for Brazil, but Katie Moon now we'll have a few moments here for both athletes and that bar to be raised. And we'll continue with the jumping. Again, live coverage on Peacock as well. We'll keep following the coverage here on our broadcast into these final few track finals, but what a clutch performance by Moon.
And what's happening in this stadium tonight? I mean, this is track and field at its finest. Everybody on their feet, the electricity, the energy, the noise, everything being given to these athletes. The 1500-meter final, these 2 women going jump for jump. Everybody at attention, just moving their heads from right to left to catch the next feat of human achievement.
Nina Kennedy now trying to win her first world title. 3rd attempts in the women's pole vault.
Oh, that was a really high jump. 2 national records for Nina Kennedy. 3rd attempt at 495, but the night is not over just yet for Nina Kennedy. She'll have to wait and see what Katie Moon has in store.
So that was moments ago. Now we are here live. The stadium in eager anticipation for this upcoming men's 400-meter final will afford the stage now to the 32-year-old Moon. Katie Nageotte was her maiden name. She got married to Hugo Moon. Couple took then what Katie called their honeymoon to the Maldives in January. Another cool story that relates to that upcoming 400-meter hurdles is that she's a Division II champion from Ashland University in Ohio, and Trevor Bassett, himself an Ashland University standout and All-American, will be in one of those lanes coming up shortly. So a big night for Ashland as we prepare for Moon's attempt here.
And so right now, Katie Moon's probably thinking two things. Something in the first couple of steps to set up this run and just do one thing off of the ground really well. You want a clear head, a clear mind, get your mind out of your body's way so that you can go achieve greatness.
This would equal her lifetime best from the Olympic year. Katie Moon to win a world title. And so it's not over, Trey. Quickly explain what happens now.
Stick with me here, Paul, but now they've matched each other jump for jump. They have the same number of misses. It's similar to Gianmarco and Mutaz at the Olympics. They can continue jumping and decide a winner by jumping this at this height again, or both go home with gold.
So we'll have that discussion with the officials, and we'll inform you of that decision and whether this pole vault will continue. Trey Hardy mentioned it back in the Olympic Stadium in Tokyo. Mutaz, Barshim, and Gianmarco Tamberi decided that they would share a world title. And tonight in Hungary, Nina Kennedy and American Katie Moon have decided, let's do the same thing. And look at the emotion, Trey, for Nina Kennedy, as she, after setting a couple of national records, will share a world title with Katie Moon.
Well, Katie, you were jumping at big bars late. The crowd was going crazy. Take us through those final jumps, and then we'll talk about the decision about the medals after that.
Yeah, I mean, I was behind just back at 480. I took a second attempt there, and so I felt like Nina was controlling it a lot, but I felt really good. I got on, the biggest pole I've ever been on, and I was high in the air. I felt good, but it was a long competition and a lot of jumping, a lot of high bar attempts, and so yeah, I'm ecstatic to have jumped another 90 bar at a championship, and then this is just a bonus on top of that.
You had the option to do a jump off. Tell me the thought process, and it looked as though you initiated the conversation. How did that go?
Yeah, so I knew it was going to come down to a jump off, and in my mind I was like, please make this bar so you don't have to go into a jump off, because it's the end of a competition, emotions are running high, so you just feel a bit fatigued. And I love Nina. She's amazing. So for me, I felt that we had jumped the same pretty much the entire competition. We both went out at the same time. So when she was kind of hinting maybe she'd want to share it, I was like, please, I'm exhausted at this point. And it gets to a point in the pole vault where it's not just that you're tired and don't want to keep going. It's also you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to, at that point in the competition, you're on pretty stiff poles, and it was my gut reaction to say yes, like we both won, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, tremendous competition and great example of sportsmanship. Congratulations on the